How you doing? This is Dan McDonald, and today I've got a very special video for you. It's going to be more like a tutorial. I want to get started on this juice right away, but today is the ultimate revised edition of the Lemon Ginger Blast. This video is particularly focused on hair growth, which is one of the most common questions that I get. Now, this is for balding men, but also a lot of the questions that I get are from women. Thinning hair. Okay, so stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you what I like to use on my hair. I've got a special package here of some really good goodies. The best hair care products in the world that I've ever used that have totally transformed my hair. But right now I've got the Ultimate Lemon Ginger Blast, which I think, in my opinion, is the ultimate hair growth tonic. Now I'm going to add a couple of things that you've never seen before. I hope that you've got some time to share with me. I don't want to hurry through this video at all just to get video views. But what I want to do is make sure that you're empowered and that you're educated and you go away inspired with some information that you can use to really transform your life on many different levels, particularly today on how you can grow healthy, beautiful hair. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Lotus Blooming Herbs Authentic Shilajit. Shilajit has been used for thousands and thousands of years in Ayurvedic traditions, meaning the conqueror of weakness. Okay? And this is pure Shilajit. Okay? You'll know it's pure Shilajit, and Shilajit is spelled S-H-I-L-A-J-I-T. Okay, and I use Lotus Blooming Herbs. There's a couple of other really good brands on Amazon, but this one I found is really, really beneficial. So what I do is I take a nice little tiny portion of Shilajit here, just a very tiny little portion is all that it takes to, and then what I'm going to do is dissolve that in some water so that I can add that to the Lemon Ginger Blast. Now, Shilajit is pure minerals. Shilajit is decomposed plant matter from millions of years ago. So very mineral rich, very bioavailable minerals. That's a key in your hair growth as well as many other areas of your lives. Minerals conduct frequency. The reason why I'm doing this here right now is so that, because I've seen these, when people get low on certain minerals, they might start cramping up. Athletes can run out of minerals, and sweating too much can rob you of minerals. Stress can rob you of minerals, and of course the food that we're eating these days is devoid of minerals. Most people are eating dead processed food. That's a huge issue. Stress is also another huge issue. So I put the Shilajit in here first so that we can get that dissolving. It takes a few minutes to dissolve. Okay? So I'll put that over to the side here. And then I'm going to start with the Lemon Ginger Blast. Now what I've got here, the Ultimate Lemon Ginger Blast consists of this. This is the perfect recipe. I took a lot of time to make this video for you so that I could be very clear on the DTM, because I make the best Lemon Ginger Blast. Even Lou says it every time. Dang, that's a good blast, man. This is the Ultimate Blast, and I've got all the ingredients here laid out in a perfect way. This is going to be making 2 jars of Lemon Ginger Blast. I try to drink about 2 jars a day. One for breakfast, one for an afternoon snack, and then I'll have a salad. So anyways, check it out. The Ultimate Lemon Ginger Blast consists of, for 2 32-ounce jars, 6 large apples or 8 small ones, 1 bunch of celery, 1 cucumber, 1 bulb of fennel, 1 lemon, 1 bunch of mint, 1 bunch of dandelion, 1 bunch of cilantro, 1 bunch of arugula, 1 habanero pepper, 1 piece of ginger, which for me is quite a bit, actually, a handful. But for you, it'd probably be, you know, whatever, like that for the average person. But the more the merrier, because it's a circulatory tonic. I'll talk about that as I go through. 1 piece of turmeric, which also I use quite a bit, a big old handful as a matter of fact. Again, anti-inflammatory and just an amazing herb all the way around. And then I'm going to add, for the ultimate hair tonic, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the Lifezyme per jar, because that's going to help, the enzymes are going to help to activate the Shilajit. So when you got the enzymes as biocatalysts to the minerals, you really increase the uptake and the utilization. All these herbs here also add to the mineral content, as well as the circulatory effects, the lemon, the cleansing, okay, I'll go into that as I juice here. So let's get started on that. Oh, and then the pea-sized ball of Shilajit, which I will add in to the pitcher here, and we'll have a nice concoction of an amazing, ultimate, newly revised lemon ginger blast, okay? So I'm gonna go with the mint here. This is freshly picked right out of the garden here. So that is what you want. The fresher the herbs, the better off you're gonna be. And this is a Green Star juicer, which I think is the best juicer and gets the most amount of juice extraction. It's also got magnetic blades, which helps to keep the integrity of the liquids going through it. It restructures as it goes through. A lot of the high-speed juicers, you can kind of disorganize the energy and information. So the mint is really good for soothing the GI tract. The mint is also really good for dissolving excess fat as well. It's a fat burner. So that's why, I mean, honestly, a lemon ginger blast is just not a lemon ginger blast without mint. I mean, people do it, but I think mint is one of the absolute keys, in my personal opinion, to making a really good lemon ginger blast. I've got one habanero here. If you're like a newbie, you might want to take, if you're a newbie, you can take the bottom half of the habanero and leave the seeded part out. But as you get more experience, you kind of get into it, but it also helps with the circulation, which is part of the issue when it comes to hair loss. Stress is the key in the mineral depletion, so you've got to eliminate stress and increase your minerals. So if you decrease the stress levels in your life, you'll have more minerals available for hair growth, because the stress robs you of minerals, okay? And then the ginger and the habanero help to really increase circulation to the roots of the hair. Okay, so this here is turmeric, which is really, I add the turmeric for the anti-inflammatory effects for the brain, but it's all throughout the entire body. Now there is tons and tons of research done on turmeric, so you can check that out online, or you can just take my word for it that it is one of the #1 anti-inflammatory herbs in the world today, and it's so easily accessible. You can use powdered, but fresh is always best. Sometimes the ginger will give you a little bit of resistance. I like to put the turmeric in first. Of course, my face is covered over, huh? So maybe I'll do that there, so I can stay in the shot. I put the turmeric in first, and then I wash everything else through, and then that washes out the stains. You know, if you do the turmeric last, a lot of your components inside will stay stained. So this is celery. Now, when I use the Green Star, if you have any other kind of juicer, you can leave the celery long, but if you have a Green Star, it's nice to cut the celery in half. So one of the issues that arises when we're talking about hair loss, aside from the stress, which is absolutely key, and the depletion of the minerals, because there's a lot of white bread and white rice and white potatoes and cooked food and processed food and pizzas, and that's going to clog up. That's going to create mucus, and that's going to leave a layer of mucus in the body, including the microcapillaries that feed the roots of your hair. Okay? So when I'm talking about processed food, I'm talking about the breads and the grains, cooked grains, leave a lot of mucus all throughout the entire body. Constipation is not just localized within the colon. Constipation in the colon is a representation that there is constipation throughout the entire pipe system in the body. And if that pipe system is clogged, circulation is decreased, and then you're unable to have the delivery of the nutrients. Another major factor that's taking place in today's world is the types of fats that are being used. Canola and cheap oils, basically rapeseed oil and that type of thing. Okay, I've got lemon here, which is, the lemon is the dissolver of the mucus, okay? So that's why we put that in. I've got one lemon. I might go over and grab another one and put in 2 lemons because I like mine a lot more lemony, and it's also medicine. Lemon is medicine for that dissolving of the mucus, you know, and it can be very cleansing. Like even if you have more of a raw diet and there's a lot of gourmet in there, the lemon ginger blast will kind of keep things moving through with the lemon and the cucumber and the celery and the apples, and that's just, you can keep a balance that way. You can have like lemon ginger blast in the morning, smoothie for lunch, and then a salad at night with some cultured nuts and some fats, and keep a nice balanced system going for yourself so that you have a well-rounded nutritional program. I'm putting together the Puradyme educational video series later on today after I make this video. So I'll be talking about that lifestyle program and how to use all the Puradyme products. But anyways, I'm going to grab another lemon here real quick, and I'll put that in because I like mine a little bit more lemony. So if you want to have more lemon and more of that cleansing effect, the dissolving of that mucus that's keeping the circulation inhibited. So, you know, another one of them, just cooked foods. Really, I'll tell you right now, cooked foods all the way around. I can get into the specifics of it, but these raw living foods have their enzymes intact, their living water intact, they have their minerals and vitamins intact, you know, and so when you cook the food, you destroy the enzymes, you destroy the minerals in that food, and you also create a scenario where, again, you're going to be leaving the metabolic residues behind, which are going to clog up your circulation. So in this way, so we're using fruits, vegetables, and herbs to deliver the nutrients that our body needs in order to grow healthy hair, skin, bones, teeth. So again, we'll go back and reiterate, if we're stressed out, we're in a state of fight or flight producing cortisol. That cortisol really inhibits the utilization of the minerals and vitamins and hormones as well. So basically, stress ages us. So to keep a nice healthy head of hair, you really do need to make sure that you're doing whatever stress reduction techniques you need to do in your life. So in other words, the best way to grow healthy hair is to get happy, to be happy. You know what I mean? To feel good, to feel healthy. And so you really have a lot of power. Now you may have some subconscious programs in your life that are negative, creating that type of stress. Well, that's where you're going to have to go and do the real work that's required in order to have high levels of health. You have to have high levels of happiness. The higher level of happiness that you have, the more you're going to stay in that state of constant youthening. The spirit youthens the body, but when the spirit is vexed, the systems go out of whack and become disorganized. So anyways, I did, that was cucumber first, and that is a beauty food in itself, the skin particularly, so get organic cucumbers. Then I put in a bundle of cilantro, which is a heavy metal detoxifier, which can also be inhibitory to having healthy hair. Plus the chlorophyll in these foods is really, really good and helpful and beneficial as well. Okay, this next is the fennel. Fennel is like a licorice flavor, and it's just really, it's of course it's got health benefits as well, several of them. One of them is to increase the breast milk in a nursing mother, but it's also just gives the lemon ginger blast a real nice flavor. It balances out the lemon, gives that nice licorice flavor, and has tons of nutrients as well. So that's what's going in right now is this fennel here. Fresh air is key to the hair growth. Fresh air and sunlight. In fact, for everyone watching this video, whether you are interested in hair care or not, getting outside in the most natural places that you can is where you're going to see the most amount of benefit, because there's a cosmic radiation of the ancient power of life. You can call it whatever you want. It has a million names. Either way, it's the universal mind. It is the power, the underlying power that feeds and nourishes everything. Okay? And so, if you get outside into nature and get around the sunlight and the fresh air, you're going to have a lot more of that life force energy. Your hair is like, you know, it's like a garden. You know, it's in the soil in which it grows has to have the nutrients, and these raw foods are the nutrients. But also, the sunlight is very good for your hair, and the oxygen, because what will happen is, a lot of times, I'm going to start doing the apples now, and that's a sweetener, gives it body, and also apples are very cleansing as well to all the pipes in the body, the veins, the arteries, the capillaries, the heart. Also very good for the lymphatic system. So you want to make sure your lymphatic system is moving as well if you want to have healthy hair. So that's why you get some exercise, either jogging, bike riding, yoga, rebounding, weightlifting, anything to move the lymphatic system. Okay, so I was going to talk about how a lot of times these, especially when we eat cooked food, or just when we eat too much in general and don't get enough fitness, what happens is we produce a lot of these gases in the system. And these gases are what can create to the graying and the falling out of the hair. A lot of the hair falls out and gets thin because nutrients that either A, aren't available or are blocked from getting to the site. That's why we're going to talk about the Morocco method stuff, which has been an amazing, I mean, my hair is really transformed. I've seen it really, really get beautiful and healthy over the last couple of years since I started using the Morocco method hair care, because at first I thought, I knew I forgot something. I totally forgot something at home. I was going to bring the elixirs, the hair tonics that I've been using. They're on the Morocco Method Hair Care site. At first, Anthony Morocco, who is a hair shaman for 40 years and the owner of Morocco Method Hair Care, he said, hey, I'll send you these elixirs and tell me what you think, you know. And I was like, okay. I didn't really think too much of it, because I was always a one who thought that you grew your hair from the inside out, which is true. But when I tried the elixirs, I noticed that, you know, it really did start to grow my hair. I was going to bring those today, but I left them in my bathroom at home. But you put those into your hair, and it stimulates new hair growth. So if you go to the Morocco Method, there'll be a link down below this video. If you go to the Morocco Method website, go check out the elixirs. They are expensive, but I will say that you get what you pay for. And if you've got the affordability and you really do want to, and you really do have had issues with your hair, and you really want to grow some nice healthy hair, you need to check into those elixirs. There's actually a system, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And again, some people have affordability and some don't. If you don't, then of course you make the lemon ginger blast, you do the juice, and you do everything that you can with your health and your nutrition, as well as the stress reduction techniques, as well as positive thinking. But if you do have affordability, you can really accelerate the process of regrowing healthy new hair. So unfortunately, I forgot those elixirs. There's like a 3-stage system. I'm on the last phase of the system right now. And I put those in there 2 or 3 times a week, you know. Just when I have a chance, because I like to let it sit. It stimulates, you can feel it sinking into the roots, and it really stimulates. And like I said, at first I thought, I don't really believe in growing or putting things on the outside. But now Morocco method is actually one of the biggest awakenings in my life when it comes to that. Excuse me for a minute. Because I watched right before my very eyes, boop, 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 you know, these little hairs sprouting. And now my hairline actually came down and is thicker because I concentrated more on the front. Most of us guys were concentrated more so on the hairline because it, you know, can recede over the years just due to hormones and stress and things like that. And someone made a comment, it looks like your hairline's receding, dude. And I thought, it didn't really seem like it to me, but maybe it was. And then when Anthony sent me the elixirs and I started using them and my hairline started to come downward, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And ever since then, I've really focused on the nutrition because you know I'm like obsessively fanatical about health, but that's for many, many reasons. The reason why I like to stay so clean is because I like to be so clear, because then I can do the real work in this life. And that's what'll be coming up eventually here. I'll be teaching more about that, but for now I'm kind of just going through the motions here and teaching some of the things that I love about the health, because that seems to be one of the areas where a lot of people are going wrong. A lot of people, they have their mind right, but they don't have the nutrition right. So you can be pretty happy and overweight or slow and sluggish and still be happy. But imagine a system where it's a life regeneration system where you've got the knowledge and the application and the habit of diet, plus the knowledge and the habit and the application of positive thinking. Now you've got something, because now what you'll have is a steady emotional state of joy and happiness, because you're in control and able to start the process of reprogramming negative thinking. Because a lot of times we pick up a lot of negative thinking by default and our subconscious, you know, and so we have these repetitive patterns of subconscious negativity, which creates the stress. Well, a lot of people get over that or don't have that type of programming, but they don't have any inkling about the food at all. So they might be 30, 40 pounds overweight, and those laws of nature are still taking place. And you may not be your most vibrant and buoyant self. You know what I mean? So that's why the life regeneration system is a total system. Because it's full activation of human potential on the level of food, on the level of mind, on the level of emotions, and on the level of the spirit. So basically what we're doing here through all the various practices that I'll be sharing in the future, you know, yoga, meditation, spending time in nature, proper diet, you know, use of healthy, chemical-free beauty products. I mean, it's a whole lifestyle system. And it's another level of awareness. You know, that was dandelion, okay? And so the dandelion is good for your teeth, and the dandelion is also good for your liver. So I like to add that in to every lemon ginger blast. Now, sometimes I substitute kale for the arugula, but I think arugula is kind of the ultimate because it's a blood purifier. It's also very mineral rich. It's got a lot of sulfur, and it's just a really powerful detoxifier. It's got some anti-parasitic effects. And like I said, it's a major blood purifier. So I love to add arugula. I think the ultimate is the arugula and the dandelion added together, and then cilantro. But any greens will work. But I think that it's important to have the mint for all of its beneficial factors, for the digestion factors and the fat burning factors, as well as flavor. You get a real joy. It's very uplifting. Peppermint, the mint, is very uplifting. So those are the herbs, and any green herbs, but the main thing is the ginger, the apple, the lemon, and I mean basically this one we put together today that I told you about, I'll read it again. 6 to 8 large apples, 1 bunch of celery, 1 cucumber, 1 bulb fennel, 1 lemon, 1 bunch mint, 1 bunch dandelion, 1 bunch cilantro, 1 bunch arugula, 1 habanero, 1 piece of ginger, 1 piece of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of enzymes per jar, and then 1 pea-sized ball of shilajit for the whole recipe. Okay, so just a few more apples here and we're good to go. Then I get to get into this because I've been waiting. I just used up the last of my shampoos right now. I had to wait a few days to get a place to make this video. And so I wanted to open this box here on camera. And I'm really excited because I love, love, love the Morocco Method hair care stuff. And I'm excited because I've been down to just the last few shampoos that I've had. So let me adjust things here. This is DTM Real Style Videos here. Cool, cool. So we'll let that roll through. Making a little bit of a mess here. I'm going to move this juicer out of the way real quick. So here's the lemon ginger blast. I'll give that a stir. And then what I'm going to do is add the shilajit here so it all dissolved. That's all you need. That's a whole lot of minerals right there. And one little concentrated. The shilajit is a game changer. It will change your life. Conqueror of weaknesses. Any disease condition, get the shilajit. You add the shilajit, you mix the shilajit with the enzymes, you've got a very, very powerful formula for transformation. I'm going to have to do one last thing. I put in 1 habanero for all y'all, but I already know for sure. Well, you like it hot, right, Mama? I'm gonna do 1 more, just for my. Anyways, I'll do that off camera. But I know I'm gonna want that kick. So I'm gonna. I know that your time is precious, but like I said, I wanted you to hang out, chill out with me. If I can just chill out now, because I'm kind of moving it along a little faster than I want to, because sometimes I feel like, how can I do this? Can't really use this one, can I? Yes, I can. You know, I kind of get into a hurry, but when I'm chilling, I can educate better, I think. But you know, YouTube is always like, hey, our time is precious. But hey, man, this is really precious knowledge that I've accumulated over the years. Very beneficial. Some of it you've heard before, some of it's new. But anyways, here we go. We got the, we'll hook that up. So let me show you, let me finish, Dan. I'm in such a hurry all the time. So I'm going to go like this. It's got the shilajit in there already. So epic. So powerful. I lived off the lemon ginger blast for a week, and I was thoroughly convinced at the end of that week that I could have continued to keep going, for sure. I don't know where this isn't my kitchen. This is my friend Fran's kitchen, and I don't know where all her stuff is, so I'm just making things up as I go along. But here's my stuff. I just want to take a nice heaping tablespoon of the Lifezyme, and that just brings it to a whole nother level. I might even take an extra scoop. Get to this in a second. But I've done a lot of research on enzymes. It's a fairly new concept. Enzymes are grown on mushrooms, and as you know, mushrooms break down in nature. Mushrooms and fungus help to break everything down so that it can be recycled. And that's about what 90% of what enzymes do in your body is break things down into smaller components so they can be utilized by the body. So that's why the enzymes here will help to break up the old fats that are clogging up your circulation, help to break up the old protein plaque, which comes from the immune system, mucoid plaque, and beta amyloid plaque. It can also help to be, it's very useful for the neurofibrillary tangles. In other words, like protein and fat plaquing in the brain. That's the leading cause of Alzheimer's and dementia. So enzymes are really good for people with those types of things. But so this is an all-around just game changer right here. This right here is pure life. Now it takes a little bit of time, but if you get into the habit of drinking this every day, trust me, a lot of people are addicted. I'm addicted in a good way, habitual. But this right here is a tonic that will change your life. Oh, that is good. Actually, that's got a nice kick to it with just the one. Check it out. This is what I'm stoked for. Thanks for hanging out. Nice. Blood of the Dragon Styling Gel. Awesome. Oh, it's so cool. It's like the best. It's just mostly aloe, but the thing is I don't want to read all the ingredients. That'll take too long, but it's pure stuff. I mean, I'll read the ingredients in this, and it's all pure. Aloe vera, blood of the dragon plant, powder, kelp, brown kelp, fucus, brown and red algae, vegetable glycerin, xanthan gum, yucca root extract, citrus sweet orange extract, apple cider vinegar, willow bark. Boom. Fresh. I love this stuff when it comes to style. Not only does it style hair really, really well and make your hair awesome, but it also feeds your hair at the same time. Sometimes I'll use it as a face mask as well, believe it or not. That's the thing about these Morocco Method stuff. I just mix it all up, and I'll use the Blood of the Dragon Styling Gel as a face mask even, because it's got the aloe in there and it makes your skin nice. Oh man, I've been out of this stuff for months. I'm gonna really, I'm gonna really sit on these because I use these for special occasions, like if I'm gonna go out or something like that. I just spray this on before I go out. And again, it's just, I mean, I gotta tell you what it is. It's like microclustered ionized water, grapeseed extract, wild rose oil, evening primrose, sandalwood, frankincense, and myrrh. So just powerful stuff. This one has crystals from the Himalayan mountains. Okay, and so Anthony Morocco's a hair shaman. He does all this crazy stuff with crystals and puts it all into the stuff, and that's why this stuff costs a little bit more, but it works for real. Ah, look at this. Haven't had any of this in a long time. Ran out of Pearl Essence a long time ago, the cream rinse. I love it. This stuff softens up your hair, and it's like all stuff you can recognize. Real stuff, but designed in a way that is just so, just magic for your hair. I just love it. Now this I have never had before. This is Floating Lotus Raw and Vegan Wild Crafted Conditioner. I've never used this. This must be a new product. Okay? Kelp, brown kelp, fucus, red algae, blood of the dragon, gray clay, white clay, green tea extract, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, willow bark. Just legit. So I'm excited because that's something I've never used before. Next, my favorite of all, and these are the big bottles, baby. This is nice, 12 ounces. Heavenly Essence shampoo. You're gonna love these shampoos. It takes a little while for your hair to get used to it. Don't give up right away. At first I thought this is weird too because I was used to the foaming stuff. But pretty soon, as I began to use it more and more, it just started to really work for me. Earth Essence. This is a really great shampoo, but I also use it for a face mask as well. It's amazing. It's got clays in it, aloe in it. Sea Essence shampoo, again. Pine Shale, my favorite. I love the way it smells. I love it, love it, love it. I already want to order some more. Morocco Method hair care is one of my favorite things on planet Earth to use every day. What I'll do is I'll put it in my hair and I want to let it sit there. I rub it into my roots and then I'll take a bath for like 30 minutes or an hour and I'll just let it all just sit in there. And I might take, I wish I would have got more Pearl Essence cream rinse. I'm going to have to make another order. But I'll take like the shampoo and the conditioner and put it in there at once and just leave it. And I'll put it back and I'll really rub it down into my roots. And I come up from the behind here and I really massage my head and I massage it into the roots in the back. And that's why my hair is having more and more body all the time. Another thing you can do for the beauty of your hair is to go outside in the rain. That's the best thing that you can do for your hair. Using Morocco Method, eating the raw foods, the living foods, cleansing and detoxifying your body from a lifetime of plaque and mucus building foods. That's the key to the enzymes, the juicing, the detox, and the ultimate regenerator of the hair is water fasting. So anytime you water fast for 3 days or more, you cleanse out a lot of stuff, regenerate hormones that are going to also activate the growth of new hair. So it's really getting healthy, thinking positive, reducing stress, using these amazing shampoos that have no chemicals in them. The Lemon Ginger Blast with the enzymes, the Shilajit, there you go. That is an amazing video there for you, an educational tutorial video. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. We're going to do some more videos today. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I really hope that you learned something, that you're empowered. There's a link down below to check out the Morocco Method stuff. Go over to the website, see if it's something you're interested in. I back these up 100%. More than anything else on this earth, I love putting the Morocco Method hair care products into my hair. It feels right, it smells right, it works right. It's done amazing things for my hair over the last couple of years. I use it every day if I can. I drink the Lemon Ginger Blast every day. I eat a raw living foods diet. I meditate for at least 1 or 2 hours per day. I live a life of gratitude and thanks. And I face myself, I look at myself, I process the old ways of being. I know you can't run away from the things that are buried inside of you that aren't pleasant. You've got to look at those things, and as you work those things out in your life through meditation and reprogramming and finding better, healthier environments and more supportive people, you'll be able to purge, release by looking at all that stuff, letting it go. You'll find freedom, you'll get calmer, more centered. Your adrenals will balance out, your thyroid will balance out. You're working simultaneously. I could give a 3-hour lecture on how to live the most epic life, but we planted a lot of seeds today in your head. Be a doer of the word. Take this information, order the Morocco Method stuff and start using it. Make the Lemon Ginger Blast every day. If that's all you do, your life will change if you drink the Lemon Ginger Blast every day. If you can't handle the hot pepper, you just put a little bit or leave it out, that's fine. Or you could sprinkle a little cayenne, whatever. You don't have to have the habanero in there. You can use a jalapeno, you can use a little cayenne, whatever. And then down below as well, there is a link for the Lifezyme. Again, 100% back this up. You know what I'm saying? DTM style. So very high integrity people. I know Anthony Morocco, I know Lou Corona and Phil Gaynor and Dave Gaynor, the formulators and the vice president, and Lou's the president. and I'm just representing, I'm just here to serve and help them and serve and help you and serve and help my children and myself, and it's a win-win. Can you dig it? Make your life a win-win situation and be a shining light and grow your healthy hair and grow a healthy life. And you don't have to say too much. Just be a doer of the word, and they will see, and they'll let them come to you. There's no standing on a soapbox. If you're called to be a teacher like I am, you teach, but you are the humble one. You live your life, and they will pull it out of you. You see? So be the shining light that you are. Live a great life, and the right people will come into your life. It'll be effortless and filled with ease, and that's my prayer for you, that your life is filled with ease and grace and effortlessness. Effort without the effort. Just wake up with an open heart and an open mind and go and allow your highest good to come forth from within you and come to you and ebb and flow in the highest, most clearest, purest, and divine way, the way. And that is the way that is inside of you. It's the guiding light. It's the holiness that is, connects us all and brings to us that which we need to grow, that which we need to heal, and that which we need to be our best, brightest, happiest, most fulfilled self. So, as I say goodbye, in my long-winded way as I always do, may your cup runneth over, that you might quench the thirst of your brothers and sisters who are thirsty for the truth. So be the truth that you are. You are worthy of great love. And I thank you so much for your time. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.